Check.
I see red. That's my head. I guess it must be something that I read.
Check. What's going on, everybody? Can you hear me? I feel like everything's wrong. No reset, no Mikey, no Walk Ninja, no Brace Yourself.
Hello.
That's one. What's going on, everybody? It seems so quiet. That's what it is. Oh, that's what it is. Okay, I had a fader that was messed up. What's going on, everybody?
No. It's Iowa.
Salty, good evening. Shawnee, good evening. Brace yourself, afternoon. Low Tech, evening. Psionic, good evening. Anime, good evening. Defiant, evening. Bittersweet, evening. Saxman, evening. Zombie Pig, welcome. Salty, what's going on? Wingnut, good evening. I will follow you. Evening Raven. Low Tech, thanks. I mean, listen, it wasn't anything crazy. It really wasn't. It was a lame-o gig. I probably shouldn't have streamed it, but it was the last one of the year. Maybe not the last one. Evening Hapes. PP, good evening as well. All right, brace yourself. It might not be our last one of the year. I don't know. We'll see. We might have a gig in December, maybe 2 gigs in December. We don't know yet. So, hope you all had a good weekend. If you were able to watch the gig last night, thank you. But again, it wasn't. I mean, it was so bad. It was the first time in the 13 years I've been with this band that they have told us at intermission they're calling it. However, that was just wonderful. I was so thankful that they made that call because it was dark and cold and no one was there, and it was just so nice for them to go, you know what? It's good. We're calling it. I still got paid the exact amount. Didn't matter. I didn't care. So nice. So nice. I was the only one in costume. So it was kind of hard to tell. The bass player was wearing like a Miami Vice, like pink suit jacket looking thing. And the lead singer was trying to look more like Elvis. And the guitar player was the least colorful of all of us, which surprised me because he's the band leader. He was wearing his green shoes and then like kind of an off-green shirt and gray pants or something. Anime said, I can't believe my Sun Devils won. Kentucky lost. It's basketball season. You liked that little hi-hat jam you did in between songs? I don't even know what you're talking about. I don't even remember. I just hack. I tell my kids not to hack. And there I am hacking. So, I cannot get LRM to connect. So I might need some help here to figure this out. Did I tell Blue Yonder, thank you for the raid. Blue Yonder was playing Lego earlier. I saw you. I watched a little bit assembling the Airbus. Thank you for the raid, Blue Yonder. Hold on. Check. Oh, that's what it is. Yeah, check. That's why it's so loud. One of these days there's going to be a Kentucky versus Arizona game, and the chat is going to be pandemonium. I guarantee you we will never play Arizona. Those teams have no unless it's a bowl game, Raven. Unless it was a bowl game, which would probably never happen. Herm Edwards was a disaster, and it turned out most of his coordinators were actively sabotaging him. Oh, I didn't know that. White Moon, hello. How are you doing? Blue Yonder. Yeah, I saw that. I like that. I like that Lego. Saxman said, did I tell you that I met the tour director for Music City and the core director for Crown at the gig? Wow, really? That's pretty cool. How did you know? No, not at mine. How did you know? How did you know it was them? Hold on one second. All fired except for the running backs coach Sean Iguana, who's now led the Devils to as many wins as Herm did this season. One, but this was against a top 25 team. All right. Hapes is right. Allison overheard the cashier asking me about my Blue Stars hoodie and then walked over and brought Joe. Oh, wow. How about that? That's pretty cool, Sax man. How about that? Very cool. All right, let me switch this. Okay, hold on. I'm going to need some help. We got to figure out how to get me connected. Well, is it going to go game capture or not? Something is not right. Why isn't game capture working?
I'll be back.
All right, Sax man. So I'm clicking that, and it's... Oh. I bet it has something to do with the settings. I watched that video that Salty put in, and I tried it earlier, and then I loaded up, and I was getting bad frames, and so I already made some adjustments. But I'm wondering if I've clicked on something that's making game capture not pick up in OBS my... Oh, gosh, this is going to be a disaster, isn't it? Let me see. Let me see if I can figure out what's going on. I'm struggling here. Like,
Oh my God, what a disaster. Disaster.
I'm sure it's some setting that I changed based on that video. I don't know why now all of a sudden OBS won't capture flight sim. Capture any full screen application. Well, that's what I'm doing. And I'm clicking it, and it ain't working. And if I go to monitor, it'll probably work. Yeah, it works. But it wouldn't surprise me if it was glitchy. I'm not on DirectX 12. I might have to do that. But is it glitchy? I can't tell. Yeah, low tech. It was a small kit because it wasn't the full band. I usually use a larger kit, but for that gig, and especially only playing one set, turned out to be the right choice. You know? Looks good so far. Well, I guess I'm going to keep this for now, just not to waste your all's time. But I have changed something. I don't know if it's because I have enabled game mode on my PC. Like, I watched that video and did some things, but I don't know what effect that has on other things in my system. So, like, if I go, let me just try one more time. If I click on it, it does not change. Okay. So I'm going to have to do this for now. Now, here's the other problem. Landing rate monitor is acting really dumb. No. Landing rate monitor is acting really dumb. I know. No, that's an Astro. He's upset with something. Maybe VSync. Okay, what about VSync? Because I have... Why would VSync change things? Because I did make some adjustments to VSync. Watch how I try to move landing rate monitor. Look how it's not moving. Like, here's me trying to move. This is me trying to move landing rate monitor. mean, could it be? Gosh, I don't know what's going on. Landing rate monitor is not connecting. And I can't even move it. Like, why can't I even move it? It's something so wrong. I don't know what to do. I mean, the sim is acting fine. So, end what process? Landing rate monitor? I don't know. Stop. Let me end. Let me end landing rate monitor. I did that through Task Manager. Now I'm going to open it up again. So I ended the task. Here it is again, me trying to move it. I mean, I've never had this issue. What I've done something in one of those settings on that video. I don't know if it's because game mode is on. I can't imagine that's what it is. What could I have possibly changed in that setting that would make this app act so bad and not connect? The process, okay. Let me see. LRM is not... Yeah, that's what I did. It's what I did here. Not the task, the process. Right, no, you're talking about this, right? Right here. This is what I closed. Oh, the sim is in admin. The sim is in admin mode. The sim is in admin mode. That's something that he put in the video that I've never done before. Do you think that's the problem? Oh, okay. So either try the sim or yes, it would be easier to do LRM in admin mode, wouldn't it? Let's see, run as administrator. Bingo. Connected. And it's smooth. You've got to be kidding. I would have never, ever figured that out. Who did that? Okay, who? Let's see. That was Whiffy. Somebody give Whiffy like 1,000 points for calming my nerves. God bless.
It's so easy.
Evening caveman.
Can do it.
It's a long flight tonight. It's a long flight, and I didn't want to deal with that. Now, let me see. Oh, you know what? Do you think OBS is not capturing game capture because it's also not in admin mode? I'm going to close OBS for a second and reopen it in admin mode. Hold on. So you're well, you might hear me. Maybe you'll hear me. Hold on. It's going to be Can you hear me? Yeah, you can hear me. You can hear me. Okay. Okay, let me open up OBS as administrator. Okay, give me a second. Game capture, and then click it and just hope for the best. Will it work? Will it work? Not yet. Not yet. Oh, it did! However, However, it's not moving. It did, but it's not moving. It showed it for a second and then it quit. No, Hapes, I'm not gonna have I'm not gonna have the sim in admin mode anymore. I didn't realize, like, in order to make everything work, it also has to be in admin mode. I don't know why. Oh, you know what? It's probably best for me. It's probably best for me to restart the sim and not put it in admin mode. Because I'm not getting game capture now. Like, game capture is frozen. Okay. Okay. Well, that sucks because it's a longer flight. So let me exit. Okay. I'm also going to exit out of LRM and OBS because I don't want those in admin mode and then the sim not in admin mode. Oh, dear.
Good evening, ladies and
What's
gentlemen.
up, DVS? Logan, how's it feel to get sniped 31 minutes into the stream? You chode. I'm out. Oh, that sucks. Work in 4 hours. Gosh, that's awful.
All right.
Evening, Logan. You know what? I'm going to refresh Twitch too because I heard your sound effect before I saw it and I don't like that. So hold on. You're going to come to the thing on Thursday? I hope the weather is good, but I would love for you to be there. I'm very curious what you'll think about it. Very curious. I mean, just because it's so different from what you're used to. Okay, give me a second. I'm going to try to see where I did admin mode. I think it was under Manage 3D Settings in NVIDIA Control Panel. Let me see here. Where does it... Is that not it? No, I was not Wingnut. Gonna rope the Colonel into taking us. Nice. Admin mode, you right click. No, I know, no. You're right. Yes. Yes, it's under the properties of it. Okay, so I have to go to Steam. Might as well turn on some music because it's so quiet. The Colonel. Logan, I played my Steam Deck a lot today. I played Tomb Raider, like not the newest one, not Shadow of the Tomb Raider, but the one before it. I played PGA 2K21. I played Need for Speed Heat. I played a ton of 10-Yard Fight. I played random shoot 'em ups. Okay, properties. Compatibility.
Hey, Tweak.
Yes. Change this setting. What's going on, Tweak? Finally hit 250k waffles. Time to pick an obnoxious sound. Oh my gosh. Well, you have a great sound effect, all right? So if it were me, I would try to find another line that Tweak says at some point that's a really good one and keep the theme. But that would just be me. Okay, so I clicked run this program as administrator. It's now off. Apply and okay. No more admin. Wow. Who knew? That is so good to know. All right. So let me open up OBS again. There we go. All right. Hapes is at 66.6. Salty has 500,000 waffles. You should pick 2 obnoxious sounds, but you also have a great sound effect. I think the theme, the sound effect themes are really good. Like Walk Ninja has the 2 Star Wars theme sound effects. John McClane has all the yippee-ki-yays. Raven has a lot of the songs. It took about 9 months. So my understanding from what we had seen in the past was if you watched like every hour regularly, it would take about 6 months. However, that's if you do no betting on predictions, because some people can get 100,000 waffles really quick, depending on a prediction. Larson said sometimes you need to delete the source. No, it wasn't that, Larson. It was an admin mode issue in the sim, and now we know that. I didn't realize when, that video that Salty put in there, the guy said he puts it in admin mode. I didn't know everything else has to be in admin mode if you do that. Kind of makes me wonder how Q8 Pilot streams it with OBS if he uses admin mode. Well, it just means everything has to be on admin mode. Bittersweet, you do not get a 1 minute long sound effect. I can't imagine, Bittersweet. I can't imagine what your other sound effects would be. Again, you should probably keep the theme. I mean, that's just me. You certainly don't have to. Yeah, I couldn't figure out why LRM was acting so weird.
For quality purposes,
yes, that's a thing.
Monitored or recorded.
That's right. I love you can hear like it sounds like a sniffle at the end of that sound effect. That's probably my favorite part.
I'm back.
Welcome back, Sax Man. You didn't miss anything. Like nothing. It's 11:38 and we haven't even gotten into the sim. This is going to be a long night. Speaking of, tonight's flight, we are going from Iran to Azerbaijan, and it's like 950 miles. So there will be in-flight entertainment. How's your Thanksgiving? About 6 weeks away. How was yours? And how bloody unamused he is by the line. By that point, he was probably hearing me say it like 200 times a day. It's great. Oh, that's true, Bittersweet. Yes. Yes, you're that close. Right now might not be the best time to fly from Iran. Is there any time that's a best time? This is the real Thanksgiving. Gotcha. Yeah. All the stories are true. Saxman went and saw Muse. Very jealous. It was like a 200-person event to go see Muse. Like a private party. Can you imagine seeing Muse with like 200 people? Because when I was there were like 20,000. There were 200 people in my row. I've been watching, brace yourself, I've been watching Indigo Traveler do Yemen. I'm on the 4th episode of Yemen. You started Ukraine. Okay. So I was kind of surprised. So far, Yemen is not that bad. So far. he hasn't, the first 3 episodes are not too bad for him. Okay, let's try this again. Okay, I'm reconnecting all the things. Yemen, the ancient city of Shaibam looks awesome, but effing terrible for human rights. Correct. That's apparently Yemen. Apparently has a lot of humanitarian issues. But I think that's the city that he was in that he thought was really cool. I don't know what this is. I guess that's supposed to be a tower with a propeller? No. All right, I see you all there. Actually, I see people on both ends of the runway. Fine.
Electrify the boys and girls if you'd be so kind.
So a couple differences that I'm doing tonight, by the way. Couple differences based on the settings we saw. One, I'm on TAA.
Boarding requested.
Not DLSS. I'm on DirectX 11, not 12. When I had bad frames to start the stream, I had these at 150. I'm going to bump them to 100 and see how the frames react. Let's find out. So right now, outside the plane, 37. Inside the plane. Yeah, that's not great. That's really choppy. And he had his at like 175. And I was like, no, I don't see how you're doing that. So I'm going back to 50. And I know it doesn't look great, but I gotta have good frames. See, I wish I could simulate these frames when I'm testing them, but be on stream. Because when I test these during the day and no one's around me, it's a false positive, basically. Like, it's like, great, I'm getting 55 frames. Okay, yeah, but what happens when you're with a lot of people and you're streaming? Well, you're in the 30s. You switch to the cockpit and you're 25. It's not bad. So I'll just leave it for now. Yeah, I don't know what that means, Blue Yonder. I have a question. I have the Logitech Autopilot panel, and for some planes, the panel's not responsive. Yeah, you should use spad.next, Eric. Oh, wait. Is there a file I can download this for X-Plane 11? Well, this is Microsoft Flight Sim 2020, so I don't know anything about X-Plane 11. However,
Pilot's boarding
spad.next is what you want. Harvest, I do have a separate PC for streaming. It's that one. That's the one streaming to you all. So, I'm sure part of it is the settings that I'm currently on. I don't know, TAA, he could be an issue using that. I did up some things. I'll put this back on high texture resolution. He had a few other things on ultra, but I didn't do those. So, it's whatever. Oh, that one won't work. Okay. What's up, Amplify? What's going on? Oh, I bet Wingnut. Yeah, I'm just using a laptop. I'm in the process of trying to upgrade this PC and then use the parts from this one to create a second PC that's better than the laptop to stream, but We're not there yet. We're waiting for other parts to come out and
Crew
take a little
boarding
time.
starting.
Okay, let's get this going. I need to open a checklist, and gosh, there's no way we get this plane off the ground in 15 minutes. There is no way we get this plane off the ground in 15 minutes. It'll be probably like 12:10. I'm not... Well, we might as well. We might as well. I haven't used this livery, so landing rate monitor doesn't know... Doesn't have a profile for it. And then, of course, every time I do it, the first time it crashes.
He said that
So I get to do it twice.
in great pain and he wants to know if you can help him.
Oh, good.
Would you tell him to just relax and I'll be back as soon as I can with some medicine?
Your crew has
Passenger's
boarded.
bus is coming.
Cabin crew, we're all set up here, so you can go ahead and start boarding whenever you're ready.
After seeing the 7000 series cards, I might just go with the 5800 when I can upgrade. Why? Or chips. Yeah, why?
Just hang loose, blood.
She gonna catch up on the rebound, not the better side.
Passengers boarding starting.
Mama raised no dummies.
I took her rep. Cut me some slack, Jack. I will say I'm really hoping that TAA using it instead of DLSS makes the screens look better, which already that screen looks better than what I'm used to. DLSS likes to blur things. Still just as good performance-wise. You think the 5800 X3D is as good as performance as the 7900 or the 7950? Allows you to take an incoming real-time message system, live video stream from an encoder, and transmux it into a playback protocol like HTTP. And you thought I would know what that meant? I'm not going to know any of that. You know that. I just teach kids how to play paradiddles.
You can see he starts off nice with a little paradiddle.
That's right.
Into a rolling Tiffany, and right there, boom,
I'm
hi-hats
so
himself.
serious. I have spent my life teaching kids how to play percussion. Therefore, I don't know. I don't know anything about what you just said. Hapes was talking about coding earlier. I don't understand any of it. Morning. Well, my frames are not as good, so whatever that guy made me do sucks.
We just become best friends.
I don't know what it is.
Come fly in Rio, Brazil.
Tim, thank you for the 3 months. Come fly in Rio, Brazil. Well, it's not along the Silk Road. I have to do this. Thank you, Tim. You gave me an analogy. Yes, you did. You did. It doesn't mean I know how to code. I know, Sax Man. Yeah, I'll reinstall Windows.
You got change?
Sure.
$1. Thanks, mister.
What did I break?
You jest, but I bet if I say back bracket a space
Check.
href equal quotation paste URL quotation forward bracket your title here back bracket /forward bracket, you'd know what I said.
Huh? I'm so confused. Thank you for the 100 bits, Raven. Back bracket a space href equal quotation paste. Yeah, all you all. What's the second bar from the bottom? It's my memory clock. Oh, from the bottom, RAM usage. Yes, from the bottom. Yeah, it says 20 gigs. I don't know why the bar is all the way full because I have 32. Let's just see how much this changes.
Change. You got change.
Not much at all.
Sure. 85, 95, $1. Thanks, mister.
Ah, 100 bits. Tonight is going to be expensive.
Oh dear. So DLSS didn't change frames. Those are all the same. It's got to be something in the NVIDIA control panel. I'm not flying the Phoenix. I'm in the 737. I'm just looking to see anything that I changed earlier, and as of right now, all the settings now are the same, other than DirectX 12. So, I put it on game mode. It just sucks, because I used to have really good frames, and now I don't. Well, gosh, I just don't know. I wish there was something I could do. I'm so flustered because I just don't know what to do on some of this stuff. No, I didn't change any of the traffic settings. I did not. I know, Renaissance. Well, she left because the dog was barking, and she didn't want him in here barking. He was being a jerk because he was mad at Sammy for some reason. You uninstalled GSX? Well, I will say, I do have GSX running. That could be a reason I don't have very good frames. That could be. In fact, my frames are already a little bit better right now that those passengers aren't walking. That could be part of it. That definitely could be part of it. It's so hard sometimes to tell. It's so hard to tell sometimes what is causing the issue, but that is a very valid point. Switch to Xbox? Sure. Just can't fly this plane.
Passengers boarding starting.
CUDA GPUs set to all in control panel. I don't know what that means. Oh, I don't know how to change that even if in control panel. I don't know. All I know is I followed that video to a T today thinking, awesome. And I've had to go back and change most of the settings, if not all, that he had me do. Start the checklist before. No, I've already started the checklist. I've got the checklist. You mean start the plane? I'll get the plane off the ground before 12:30. By God. By God. How big a boy are you? By God. I am Legion. Thanks for the follow. Welcome. You just want to see the video so you can go to bed? I'm so sorry, Hapes. I'm so sorry. I'm hurrying. I'm and by hurrying I mean I'm so slow. But I will try to go fast. I'm not going to do catering. Just for the time. Okay. All rewards taken. Wow, really? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, they are. We have Renaissance, Ice Cube, PP, Hapes, and Shawnee. That's a shame. Quietly goes into mod view to remove Hapes' video. I don't think that's how it works. Once it's been redeemed, it can't create a new spot. That's not how it works. All right, so we are now doing our flight.
Not how you fly planes.
Not how you fly planes.
Not how you do it.
Not how you do it.
All right. All right, we are at OIKB. Jeez. No worries, Shawnee. No worries. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. This took forever. I haven't even had an energy drink. Haven't even had a chance to do a cheers. It's almost midnight. It's what I get for changing all my settings.
Your flight was scheduled to leave an hour and a half ago.
That's funny. I thought with it being my plane and all, that it would just wait for me.
Okay, now, departure. We are doing 03 right, direct, and then we are arriving at 16. We're doing the Coupot 1E. Execute, legs, init ref, request. While that's doing that, change the altimeter. We've done transponder. We're doing 36,000. I'll go on and do that. Boy, that TAA is so much better, though, not getting the blur on the screen or when you scroll numbers. Okay, cruise and wind for this flight. Wait, what is it? Okay, that's not too bad. 280 at 40. That'll be more of a crosswind, I think. And it's not that bad. $594. Okay. No, he doesn't change his sim rate. He just flies the Dark Star or the Concorde. Only real pilots fly a Concorde or Dark Star. I'll get there. I'll get there. You fly real planes that do real things and also the Dark Star. Okay, we are doing, what was the runway again? 03 right. So it's the one to my left. So if you are over there, you are correct. There are no SIDs that I'm doing for this flight. Okay, so we'll open up the other charts in a minute. Oh, I did kind of want to see what the transition altitude was. $4,000. Holy goodness. You're at sim rate times 2. Okay. Oh, no. I don't want that. I guess it doesn't matter. Or, I mean, not that it doesn't matter. It's going to make me click this button. Okay. So that's done. Yeah, I know. Done it. Stop clicking that button. I thought it said return. Go away. Okay. Flight director's wingnut. Okay, flight directors. Doors closed. Ground equipment clear. Chocks clear. I wasn't going to do a push start. Oh, I guess I have to. I was thinking I could go straight, but I guess I have to do one.
We are ready for pushback.
That's fine. All right, anti-collision light.
Must go faster. Must go faster. Must go faster.
Departure checks completed. Bypass pin inserted. Locking gear.
My frames are at least a little bit better now.
Release parking brakes.
All right, releasing parking brakes.
All engines clear. Start at will.
Thank you. Okay, I've got engine 2 already going. You know, I never told them which way I wanted to be pushed back. They never asked. Usually a little map or a little menu will come up and say nose or tail or whatever direction. Not this time. They are making the choice for me. I wonder why that tail is... Why do you think that tail's doing that? Why do you think that tail's doing that? Mom, but thank you for the 17 months. Thank you so much, Mamba. Okay, second intro. So my parents, Blue Yonder, my parents went to my stepmom's 50th reunion anniversary.
Parking brakes.
And they told me that she was dancing and that she might have been dancing a little... I forgot the word they used. It wasn't offensively, but maybe a little bit wildly. Maybe was the word. And I said, were you twerking? And she said, what's that? So that's not an odd conversation. It's where you gyrate your hips. Okay, and she goes, well, maybe I was doing that. Okay, the rudder tail, or rudder isn't doing that anymore. Was she gyrating her hips? God, I hope not. Okay, so are they going to ask me if it's a good start? Confirm start. Come on. Come on, please. Don't make me wait. Wait. So are they going to do it? Oh, God. Well, I've done parking brake, so I don't know what else they want from me. Okay. So no LNAV yet. I'm not in admin mode in the sim, Finger. Yeah, GSX is messed up. Not the first time.
Putting it in the vault. I'm locking the vault. It's a vault!
Change. You got change?
Sure.
85, 95, $1. Thanks, mister.
Have you seen the new Dragon livery for the 737?
Nope, I have not. So when I closed GSX, the pushback just went away, so that's fine. All right, let's go.
Flight attendants, prepare doors for departure and cross-check. Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for your attention while important safety information is reviewed. In preparation for departure, be certain that your seat back is straight up and your tray table is stowed. Make sure your carry-on items are placed completely under the seat in front of you or in the overhead bin. Portable telephones are not approved for use in flight. However, you may use certain other electronic devices when advised by your crew. Please direct your attention to the flight attendants in the cabin. For everyone's safety, regulations require your compliance with all lighted signs, placards, and crew member instructions. If you don't know how to operate the seat rope, you probably shouldn't be out in public unsupervised. Please use the safety instructions card in your seat pocket in front of you. It explains the safety features of this aircraft, as well as the location and operation of exits and flotation devices. Your seat cushion serves as an approved flotation device. To remove it, pull up and bring it with you to the nearest usable exit, paddle to shore, and enjoy them with our compliments. There may be 50 ways to leave your lover, but there are far fewer ways off of this airplane. Take a moment to locate the nearest exit to you, keeping in mind that the closest usable exit may be located behind you. If there's a loss of aircraft electrical power, low-level emergency lights will illuminate. All exits are indicated by lighted exit signs and by red floor-level lighting.
Brace yourself, or Blue Yonder.
Loss of cabin pressure, masks will descend from the ceiling. To start the flow of oxygen, reach up and pull the mask towards you, fully extending the plastic tubing. Stop screaming, grab the mask, and pull it over your face. To tighten the fit, pull the tab on each side of the mask. The bag does not need to fully inflate when
We should clear that up.
If you have a small child traveling with you,
We
secure
should.
your
You're
mask
right.
before assisting with theirs. If you're traveling with more than one small child, pick your favorite.
You are correct.
If you're lucky, a life vest may be located under your seat. To wear it, tear open the plastic package, remove the life vest, and slip it over your head. Wrap the straps around your waist, snap the
brace
two ends
yourself.
together, and tighten. Inflate the vest by pulling down on the red
500
tabs.
points
This vest
away.
can be manually inflated by blowing into one end of the red tubes and is equipped with a water-activated locator light. How this works, I have no idea, but if you figure it out, please let us know.
Blue Yonder, I see you coming in.
Permitted in any area of the aircraft,
You are
including the
so
lavatories.
close.
Tampering with, disabling, or destroying a lavatory smoke
He's
detection is
1,000 feet
prohibited.
away.
If we see smoke coming from the lavatories, we will assume you're on fire and put you out. This is a free service that we provide. On behalf of the captain and your entire crew, it is our pleasure to have you on board. Enjoy your flight.
That's a shame. Yeah, auto throttle's on. Well, it was. I guess it turned off when I went manual. And there he is, look. He's on the ground. All right, let's do the rest of our checklist. Auto brake off. The landing lights are supposed to be on. Not for long, though. Now, the screens do look so much better without DLSS. Okay, so now that's our transition altitude.
Give me all the bacon and eggs you have.
What's up, bacon?
Do you understand?
I would like bacon and eggs. I'm also gonna make a change. It's gonna mess with my brain. I'm gonna put my chat where the camera is. Probably a bad idea. Wait, what is that? Okay. Imagine someone picking you up while you're asleep, feeding you, burping you, and then putting you back in bed, and you never even have to wake up. What a life. Trying to adjust some things. Hold on. Yeah, there we go. What do you prefer, the Boeing or the Airbus? For me, the Boeing. I like them both. I do like them both. Nickname. Thanks for the follow. Nickname. Thank you. only taken half the Silk Road to figure out how to use the autopilot with the route. Well, listen, at least you learned it, right? No, I didn't do that. Oh my gosh. Oh, I can't stand that. Okay. There we go. Okay. Still working on getting the autopilot to get you to 36K. Speaking of, how am I doing with that? We're on our way 36. I still need to do the approach stuff. Sorry, I'm just adjusting things. Okay. Why is your landing gear in the middle? That's just where the 737 puts it. Raven said, I have one of those automatic air refresher sprayer things perched on top of my fridge right next to the microwave, and I just realized the game of Russian roulette I play every time I go to warm something up. So, right, you got sprayed right in the face. For me, we had one of those before, and it would always freak me out when it happened. I just wouldn't expect it. Like the Spanish Inquisition. Okay, so while we are climbing, now we're going to be watching the videos here soon for the redeems. But I have to do a couple things before we get into that. How's our center tank? It's okay so far.
Ladies and gentlemen, the captain has turned off the fasten seatbelt sign. However, for your continued safety, Fliggity Air requires that you keep your seat rope fastened at all times while seated.
So, Tim, we've done a couple of around the worlds. One of them we did in a TBM 930, and it took about 90 flights. Then we did another one in the 320, the fly-by-wire 320. But every time we arrived at a city we wanted to see more of, the next stream, we took a helicopter and flew around that area for the entire stream. And then the next night got back on the 320 and went. So we've kind of done that. Kind of. St. John of Gelato. Thank you for the follow. St. John, welcome. So I need to put in our approach. So I gotta get used to this. So the approach that we're doing tonight is ILS 16. And it's going to be the Kupot 1E star. So let me unpin these charts since I don't need them anymore. So taxi. Okay, so we're doing 16, ILS 16. Looks like 109.5. And then the altitude we're going to go to is 2,000. Once we're at cruise, I'll put it at 2,000. And then the star, Kupot 1E. There you are. Transition for that, 110. So let me check that. So just making sure there's no weird... There's not. However, I would like to look at it. Well, that's very interesting. So up and around. That should be fine. Doesn't look like we need... That's 10 miles up, 10 miles down. So that's not too bad. Now... ...877 miles, and it says we will arrive at 2:38 a.m. my time, which is 2 hours and 10 minutes. The wind isn't terrible. So now, when we have this area, our frames are fine because we're not really over anything. Over 60 frames outside and 40 frames. I wonder if GSX was really hurting my frames. That definitely could have been it. Officially over 300 arcade and pinball locations. Repeats should be much fewer. That's awesome, Caveman. And it's good that you're getting those done now before they change how to do that map maker, right? You think ground vehicles in general hurts frames? So my ground vehicles are at 50. Ground density, I think, is at 50. All right, let's do this. Cheers. Should have done this earlier. Cheers. What's up, John? Been frantically trying to get ready for the stream. Tried to set up a donation for Trivia Murder Party 2. Doesn't work. Needs PayPal. Don't have PayPal. Sign up for PayPal. Enter number, send code, phone off. Can't pay bill. Website won't work on PC. Tried on tablet. 3G cell service is now ending in 2022. I'm so sorry, John. That's a lot of work. You don't need to do that. Flig, Hapes keeps beating me up. What's the points? I know you're close. Cheers. Oh, that's not bad. That's where you were earlier. 24,461. You're still over. You're 3,000 points ahead of PP. Not to mention getting up in the air for this leg as well. You're way ahead of everyone. Are you ahead of me? I only see 5 names. I don't know what's going on. I do know I'm getting really good frames. Maybe that's just because we're flying over nothing. Who knows? Princess Shade, hello, good evening. How are you, Princess Shade? Look higher, you can see you. I see Bittersweet and Wingnut. I don't see you. Are you too high? I don't see you at all. You might be too high. You're too far behind. Your ETA is 6 minutes. Oh my God. Are you really going to be there in 6 minutes? Wow, Defiant, that's awesome. All right, we are at 29,000 feet. For the sake of time, we are going to do some of these video redeems. I know Hapes needs me to do it as well. So let's do it. I'm dying. I made mistakes and hurting something horrible now. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Princess Shade. I hope you're okay. All right, so I'm going to mute. You feel like one of these videos is kind of a cheat. Really? Shawnee, you think is cheating? All right, I'm going to pause the music. Now I'm curious. First one is Renaissance, okay? Shawnee says kinda. Pandering for sure. Okay. Here's the first one. This is Renaissance. I've seen it. I'll watch it, but I mean, I'll watch it for like a minute, but I've seen it. I do like that they have a transcription at the bottom. Cut, cut, taka, cut, cut, digga, 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 cut. I'll sing it. Cut. Cut, taka, cut, cut, cut. I like the blast beat. There you go. All right, I'll stop it there. It's more of the same. More drumming. That's funny. For a second, you thought the drummer's stomach was hollow. No. Next game, Brace Yourself says Flig guesses the song from the drum sheet music. Ooh. That would be interesting if you could find it. That would be a fun game. That would be a fun game. No, John, I know. John, the person in the background, I know. All right, that was Renaissance. That was Renaissance. Next one is Ice Cube. Minute 49. Devil Baby Attack. Is this Jackass? I feel like I've seen this. Oh, it's not Jackass, it's just something. I have seen it, though. It's so funny. We'll watch it. Remote control. These poor people. Oh, didn't even budge. Look at him. Just rams through the pictures. He's racing him. Oh, come on. Those dogs. Look at that guy. That's good.
The Antichrist is coming.
Oh, that's gross. I have not... I don't know what that movie was. What that was from. All right, so that was... Who was that? Ice Cube. That was Ice Cube. So far, Ice Cube in the lead, because I've seen the other one so many times. This is PP. PP doing a video. All right, let's see. 3 out of 5. This is the third one out of 5.
Hi.
3 minutes,
to America's Got Talent.
50 seconds.
What's your name?
My name is Pasha.
Where are you from, Pasha?
I'm originally from Moscow, Russia.
Welcome to America. And what do you do for a living?
I don't think I've seen this.
Painter, but
Pretty sure I've not.
I would like to invest in real estate just in case.
Which one will you be doing tonight?
Performing, hopefully.
Oh, entertaining.
Yes. I'm
okay.
a Adagio dance team. My wife and I would perform together. Unfortunately, she couldn't be tonight. She missed her flight.
Oh, no.
So I'm in really jam.
I don't believe that.
Figure out what to do.
So this is an act like for two people.
I'm sure she's there.
She missed her flight. New number.
Why did she get on the same flight?
Yeah.
She was visiting her mother in San Francisco, and I was flying from Branson, Missouri.
Oh my God.
Branson, Missouri.
This is the ultimate
I've been there.
The show must go on.
Show must go on.
Have you ever done this by yourself?
No.
Are you worried?
I'm very worried, but hopefully it would work. I
Thank God for real estate. And do you think you got a shot at $1 million?
If you could give me an opportunity, hopefully I can make it work.
Okay, good luck tonight.
Thank you so much.
I'm looking forward to this.
He's going to compete without his wife. I can't answer that.
We will see.
I'm looking forward to this. Either it was designed to feel like it was supposed to be for 2. Yeah. Or that's, I mean, I really think that's her, right? She's,
Wait.
oh, yes. Got it. Yeah. Yeah. It's pretty funny.
That looks so scary.
And the thing is, it's really tough to figure out which one is right. Yeah, it's if you think you have it figured out, it changes. Oh, wait, the shoes came off. I want to say neither is his face. Right? Like, is his head up here? I think this is his head. Yeah, I don't think either face is real. Yes. Right.
That was crazy. Oh my God.
Yeah, the whole wife thing was just what he does. Look. So the question is for this guy, though, the problem with that is when he does it another act, he's going to have to do something completely different. Like, you can do that once. What are you going to do the second time? All right, that was really good. I have seen it before, but not all of it. I've only seen, like, a clip. And so I thought that was really good. PP, you're in first. Hapes is next. Now, Hapes has said, make sure you watch at least a minute. Was that what you said? Did you say watch the first minute at least? Okay, get into the actual song. Okay, so we're gonna skip ahead a little bit. Okay. Looks like Demolition Man. All right, I'm curious. I want to see what it is. I'm curious. Let's see what it is.
Much good can come from the prudent use of power. One sole and preeminent power.
Raven, you like this song? Oh, the screaming. You did until the screaming, right? It's mostly singing. Yeah, I want more of the drummer. Where's the drummer? There he is. I want to see more of the drummer. They're trying to do story. I guess if you want to see the drummer, you got to watch them live or something. Other videos. So they've doubled her voice for the harmony. That's your second ex-wife? This is Amaranth? Defiant. I love the low bass guitar. Like it's really down on him. Guitar. Yeah, they're trying to do all this story development, which is weird because it's, even with all the story development, I don't know what's going on. It's using minor symbols. like those. That's good, Hapes. Hapes, do you listen to that kind of music? I didn't care for the screaming, but the harmonies were good, even though the harmonies seemed to be tracks or they were doubling the same person and not having someone else harmonize over with them. Wasman says, want to hear my latest computer fiasco. I love it, Wasman. I love hearing other people's problems because it makes me feel better if it happens to me. Hold on one second. I gotta put this in before I forget. Not usually, but you like them. Well, I'm still going with the America's Got Talent. Because I thought it was pretty good. I thought a lot of people enjoyed it as well. Looks like some Matrix meets John Wick stuff. It was weird because and listen, if we watched the first minute of it, it probably would have developed that a little bit better, but we kind of skipped it. Yeah, no, the song, hey, listen, most of the song was pretty good. Most of it was. The screaming I don't care for, but it's not like the screaming was like, oh God, this sucks. That's not how I was. Usually if a song is screaming, I can only handle it for so long. However, there were enough harmonic moments that made it still wanting to listen to. But that was still good. That was still good. The final video of the night is Shawnee. And Shawnee has to beat PP. Okay? Shawnee has to beat PP. Now, I've been told Shawnee is cheating. Let's find out why Shawnee is cheating. Tragedy Strikes. Oh, yeah, I've seen it. It's funny. I will play it because it's funny. It won't win because I've seen it. It won't win, but it is funny. Wasman said, I ordered my replacement motherboard on Tuesday for $500. Got it Friday. Finally got to put it together Saturday morning. Booted it up. Initially, everything fine until blue screen of death. After BSOD, constantly in Windows 11. So to computer shop yesterday. It was today I was thinking on it. My brain, I realized I have a Gen 4 NVMe stick and a Gen 5 port that Windows doesn't know what the port is. So you think it's an easy fix? Move the NVMe to the 1 Gen 4 socket until we can get the drivers loaded. Good Lord. Sounds like a lot of compatibility issues that I'm not ready to deal with yet. That's why I'm taking my time to get parts, Wasman. All right, here we go. This is funny, all right? For those that have seen the bit that we have for the aerobics championships, I've been watching some Key and Peele lately.
Don't act like you're not impressed.
Love it. Yes, White Moon. Look up the World Aerobics Championships and you will find it. Let me check something. Hold on. Okay. It's 75 Blue Yonder. Raven beat you to it. It was PP, Hapes. PP. Thank you both. We should have another variation of that video because there's that's like a long video. I can't remember which year. I don't know. I mean, just match that one. See, Hapes.
Where I live. Run.
I'm sure you can find it. I'm sure. I mean, if I go to YouTube and I type World Aerobics Championship, it looks like 1987. is the one that comes up. Yeah, it's the one from 87 that I did is 3 minutes and 42 seconds. But I'm telling you what, there's here, listen. There's others.
11 Prime movie, normally scheduled at this time, will not be seen tonight.
This
so we'll bring
is
you the following special program.
1988. Let's see what this one does.
Welcome to the 4th annual Crystal Light National Aerobic Championship, featuring regional finals.
So, is the music going to be the same? Because this is a different year.
Aerobic athlete.
It is. Can you imagine the crowd?
Our host, the star of TV
Who's the host?
series Growing Pains and
Oh,
honorary
Alan
chairperson
Thicke.
of the National Fitness Foundation, Alan Thicke. With two-time Olympic medalist and international sportscaster Dwight Stone.
Who?
Fitness expert and star of TV's workout show, It Figures, Charlene Prickett.
Who?
Plus an exciting presentation by National.
This looks like American Gladiators.
Around the world.
Kind of. Did you really, Renaissance? I love the face. Come on, look at the facial expressions. It's not a sound effect, Exhorter. How far does this? Hold on. Oh, key change. Are you telling me there's a key change? Hold on.
Ladies and gentlemen, aerobic champions.
Yeah, they just do a random key change. It was an easy way to extend it, Tweak. Listen to the end of the Oak Ridge Boys, Elvira. They do like 4 or 5 key changes to make the song keep going.
The gold in the mixed pairs competition.
Mixed pairs. There they are. Wait.
From the Ocean Bay Club in Pennsylvania, Lori Welter.
That's the wait. That's the same.
From Denver's Elite Sports Academy, Trish Hahn and Greg Corelli. From Lori Welteroth and Billy Ross. From Denver's Elite Sports
That's
Academy,
the same.
Trish Hahn and Greg Corelli. From Moving In, California.
So is it 88 or is it 87?
From Gold's Gym in Los Angeles, Linda Bell and Mike Robinson. From Good Bodies in Dallas.
But the audio is different.
Ocean Bay Club in Pennsylvania, Lori Welteroth and Billy Ross.
Because they're talking over it.
Sports Academy, Trish Hahn and Greg Corelli. From Moving
In our clip, they're not talking over it.
And Mixed and Grover. From Gold's Gym in Los Angeles, Linda Bell and Mike Robinson. From Good Bodies in Dallas, Tiffany Oaks and Kevin Cregan. From All Sport in New York, Grace Mahalchik and Gregory Higgins.
Oh my gosh, the big cheesy smiles are the best, aren't they?
From Life Fitness in North Carolina, Nancy Harrell and Robert Kernodle. And from the San Francisco Bay Club, Deborah King.
What, are they snapping? Oh, that wasn't aerobics. What they just did was not aerobics. Snapping and she fell.
Representing Valley Health and Racket in Orlando, Mama Hartnett, Debbie Harvey, and Marissa McKeechin.
Oh, come on.
Representing Chauffeurs Athletic Club.
What's going on in the back here? This right here. Do you see this? What's going on with these people back here? Watch it again. Look, there they are.
Deborah McGee and Debbie Pardue. Representing Contours in Washington, D.C., Robert Sherman, Charles Little.
Look at that smile. Look at that smile. Looks like Bubba Smith from the Police Academy.
Brett Kelly and Robert Brady.
I like that one. This. That move is so good.
And First Lady in Houston, Paul Bell, Marlene and Merlene Tucker. From the National Institute of Fitness in Utah, Holly Keenan, Dana
It's
Moody,
true,
and
Princess.
Donna Autobite. Representing the firm in Minneapolis.
Production value was worse than a streamer at 11 p.m. What about a streamer at 10 p.m.?
From the Ocean Bay Athletic
Does it
Club,
matter the time?
Pennsylvania, Billy Ross, Lori Welteroth, and Annie Maskey.
Well, they're still doing an introductions.
Business in Austin,
They're still going. Like, this just goes.
from the Maricopa Athletic Club in
By the way, you can look and see which parts are the most played. This part is the most played.
Representing the Fitness Center in Michigan,
This part right here, the most played.
Representing the Vertical Club in New York City, Joshua Askew. From Flatiron Athletic Club in Boulder, Greg
That was
Corelli.
it. That's the most played section of this video.
From Frank Calta's Health Connection in Tampa, Clay Grant.
So these were the different videos. Here's one that says 86. Do you think it's the same? Opportunities? They're in a hot tub.
National Aerobic Championship.
There's so many opportunities for other bit alerts on this variation.
The star from Hill Street Blues, former college and
Hill Street Blues.
Ed Marinero. And the star of That's Incredible, the beautiful and glamorous Kathy Lee Crosby.
Who knew?
Plus two-time Miss Olympia and star of Pumping Iron 2, Rachel McLish. The many faces of impressionist extraordinaire Louise Duarte.
Don't know her.
Yes. And
What's up, Big Fat Mike?
Take a look at health and fitness.
But the same song.
2 days ago, our 49 aerobic athletes
Can you
competed
imagine?
in the semifinal competition.
What's she?
Tonight, we will announce
Look over at the camera.
And see them compete for the national championship.
Hope you've been doing good. Sorry I haven't been on. My family's been in town. I've been visiting. No worries, Big Fat Mike. I had a gig yesterday. I wasn't on last night except for the gig from 7 to 9.
Teams of 3 and the individual.
So, okay. You said I wonder if these are still going on. Scroll down. Oh, wait. Click on this, and it says, look at this, 2022. This apparently was a thing, but they don't have, like, it's from that, but not from it. Can you imagine if it was the same song? By the way, probably a lot more talented now. Probably a lot more talented than what we just saw. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if this is much better. I haven't seen the others compete, but this is pretty good. It's not the same without the song. You're right. You can search for it. All right. We are going to decide what we are doing for our in-flight entertainment. All right. The poll is up right above chat. What do you want tonight? You want Jackbox or you want GeoGuessr? Click on it. Let us know what you want. We have 632 miles left. We're not going to land for another hour and a half. So we've got some time. Currently, GeoGuessr is up 9-6. That was not the in-flight entertainment. No, Bleeman. No, I know, Osman. I know. Coming out soon. You feel like you just did a whole workout from watching those people force those smiles? Yes.
Sure. $1. Thanks, mister.
I know how I'm entertaining myself. Probably some Figma.
I don't know what that is, and I'm not going to Google it. Geo is currently in the lead. Geo wins 11-8. Tonight, sorry, John. I know, John, I'm so sorry. Tonight, We're going to do 2-minute rounds on GeoGuessr, okay? You had to clean up your dog, throwing up your socks. Oh, gosh, really, Princess? We were watching some aerobics world championships, but now we're getting ready to do GeoGuessr. Princess, you ever do GeoGuessr? I don't have a P.O. box, John. I've had people ask.
Has a dog, but the dog doesn't have a name, so we call it Dave. Dave's dog Dave.
Big Fat Mike, I have not gotten the balloon yet. I will at some point. Got to watch you jam out the other day at your gig. Well done. That was fun to watch. Thanks, Dave. It was kind of lame, the gig was, but I hope you all at least liked watching it a little bit. For those that saw it, we started off with the chicken dance, which we've never done before, never even rehearsed it. Apparently they wanted to do it. We said, okay, so didn't really know what I was doing. It was at a Kroger parking lot, Blue Yonder. In fact, it was at a Kroger parking lot that I worked at when I was in college. And then we did Rock This Town. What was the event? It was some event this town put on. They had a bunch of food trucks, and they had bands playing all day, and we were the headlining band at the end of the night. But by that point, it was too cold, too dark. You enjoyed it. Thank you, Blue Yonder. We did Rock This Town. We'd never played it before. I hadn't even practiced it. That was literally the first time I've ever played Rock This Town was in front of an audience. They said, here's the song, watch the video. I don't like them, John. I'm sure you do. Any guitar, of course, our guitar player picked it because he's a huge Brian Setzer fan, but I don't care for it because they're like, learn this song. I got it. Thanks. You do that for 3 minutes straight. You just got to know when to stop. Princess, you've never played it? Well, you're more than welcome to play along. Click that link that Defiant did, and it'll open up a map. And you'll click on the map and then paste your information into our chat bar and you get points. You'll see how it works. Yeah, I had never played it, John. And I don't know if the crowd liked it. It was too hard to tell. That was not the gig to find out if the crowd liked it. All right, you ready? 2-minute rounds. This is anywhere in the world. Please no hints in chat, okay? Do not give hints in chat. Holy crap. I mean, there's no sun. Unless you think that's the sun. That would put us in the northern hemisphere. Wow. Wow.
Change. You got change.
There's no way that's right.
$1.
There's no way that's right. No, I looked for shadows. John, I was looking for shadows. It looks like
hints in chat? Well, I can tell you this is 8 miles.
there's shadows there. Okay? And that would mean the sun is like that, which is what I said. We're in the northern hemisphere, most likely. Thank you for the hint, Blue Yonder. Bogota. Wow. Wow. 45 seconds. $20 seconds. Bittersweet currently in first. All right, counting you down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And now 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You know, it looks like something I've seen in like Taiwan, maybe Japan. I'm going to go Taiwan. I'm curious with your all's guesses. Did nobody guess Taiwan? It could be Philippines. Gosh, it's just awful. This is just a terrible, terrible. Oh my God.
I thought this was America. Huh? Isn't this America? I'm sorry, I thought this was America.
The gang's all here.
That's insane. That's insane. It looked like Taiwan. There's no cheats. How can you cheat that? Stop.
$1.
Thank you, Blue Yonder.
Cheater.
That's not true. I thought that looked like some of the imagery we've seen in Taiwan. I can't believe none of you went Taiwan. I can't believe so many people went Thailand and Cambodia and no one went Taiwan. A couple of Japan. Now, Wasman went Oregon. It wasn't that. Wow. Taiwan is 8 miles away from Bogota. Not true. Isn't Bogota in Cambodia? Am I right or wrong? I forgot. That's not right. Where's Bogota? Colombia. Oh, that's right. Colombia. Not Cambodia. Another sea country. Wow. Okay. Round 2. That is a great start. Here we go. There's a flag, although that doesn't do me any good because I don't know the order of those stripes. Let's look at the sun. Your sun is in the south.
Change. You got change.
85. 95.
$1. Thanks, mister.
Oh, here's a car.
I hear this is where they made CDs.
There's a license. Wow, Caveman got it. Thank you again, Blue Yonder. This is where they make CDs. Are those beer cans? West Virginia. Is that a condom blown up? Tennessee.
Change. You got change. $1.
Not with that license plate, it's not.
Thanks, mister.
CDs no.
Okay, okay. 30 seconds left. Wingnut in first. Big Fat Mike, a great guess. Counting you down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, well, that's a European license plate, okay? And I guess that's Italy. It didn't look like the right order of stripes, but I don't know. What part of Italy looks like West Virginia? I don't know. I'm going north. know? How did you know that was Bulgaria? You bunch of cheaters. You don't know the Bulgarian flag. I swear you don't know the Bulgarian flag. Wave it off. No, no, and no. You don't know that Bulgarian flag. No way. You don't know that Bulgarian flag. Who else went Italy? No one. No one thought that was the Italian flag. I don't know the Italian flag. I know it's got 3 stripes, red, green, and white, but I don't know which order they're in. I do, Gumbo. Well, apparently I don't. I know it has those 3 colors, but you're telling me not one person saw a European license plate in those 3 colors? There's no way. No, I don't. I think that was white, green, and red. I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. Bulgarian. And you know who you are. Hiding behind your keyboard. You know who you are. $85. $95. I think we're in the southern hemisphere. I think we are in the southern hemisphere. Okay.
This is Brazil.
Man, it's weird because this car is blurred out. That was easy, Bulgaria? Yeah, so easy. There you go. Bittersweet did it for you, Princess. $30 seconds. Caveman got it. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and now 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Closing the guesses. Okay, give me 1 second. Okay. All right. I know this is in Africa, but I can't remember which country has the escort truck. I want to say Nigeria. Usually Ghana, we would see the tape. I feel like Nigeria doesn't show you. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going Nigeria. Yes. Yes. Ghana and Kenya, they have cars that we've seen before. Nigeria, I just went for the blurred out car. So I will take that. Heard you start counting down and panic plonk from space. I need to panic plonk more often. Yeah, you had a really good guess. Look at you. Right in the center. Mine was a little north, but still good. I'll zoom out. A lot of South America. Okay, round 4. 2 minutes. Okay, no hints in chat, okay? And don't Google this. Please, please do not Google this. Don't Google it. 85.
Please refrain from Googling.
Thanks, mister.
I believe this is Mexington.
Strong chance. You can't. Oh, with what? Oh, with what overlay? With what overlay? Oh, the cheer one. Haha. Sorry. Blame Blue Yonder. It doesn't matter. You're only missing this. This is the only thing you care about. However, don't Google it. I think we might see people 8,000 kilometers away.
The big yellow one's the sun. The yellow one is the sun.
So it looks like the sun is in the south, which puts us in the northern hemisphere. Direction of road is south, north-south, pretty much. North-south. Looks like Villa Malaya is 3 miles south. And Casas Ibanez is 17 miles north. Okay, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Look at Caveman. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So Devious and Caveman found it. Closing the guesses. So Big Fat Mike, I don't think it's that. If you know a little bit about GeoGuessr, most people are going to know white lines, Spanish. I would assume we're in Spain. So now I'm going to take 1 minute to see if I can find this road and 2 towns. Villa Malaya, Casas Ibanez, CM 3201. CM 3201. Okay, it's not a good sign when they all start with E. Am I wrong? Is that not Spain? It's an A. I'm wrong, aren't I? I don't see any CMs, J's. Okay, I guess I'm not gonna be able to find it. Is it? It's not Portugal, is it? No, I still think it's Spain. I guess I'm not gonna be able to find it. Thank you, Raven. Oh, I didn't start the timer. I hit the button on that timer. All right, well, I'm just going to plunk it here. I couldn't find it. Where was that CM? Oh, there it is. There's a lot of CMs there. Where'd those come from? Oh, my gosh. Thank you, Raven. Okay, well, it's all right. Round 5. Okay, your sun is in the south, so we are in the northern hemisphere. There's some language for you. We are in the northern hemisphere. This will be interesting. Captain Caveman, almost perfect. One minute left.
Change. You got change. $1. Thanks, mister.
I can see my house in this.
You can. I don't know what this is. No, Big Fat Mike, I'm going to do a video of it. I'm going to do a video of it. 10, 9, 8. It'll probably be a couple weeks, though. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 5, 4, 3. Wow, devious. 2, jeez. 1. Goodness. Devious. How in the world? How do you do that? Okay, well. Let's see. Missed it. It was Amman. Renaissance and I went there. Wow, some people went Lebanon. Jeez. I didn't think it looked Hebrew in the language. I bet devious. It didn't look Hebrew in the language, but I went off chat meta with 197 kilometers from John, thinking it was a small country, and I figured it was close, and it was fine. No, I know, Osman, it was not Hebrew. I should have thought about that at the end, but it's fine. It doesn't matter. I'm your winner, Caveman in second. It's all because of that first round. That early Taiwan plunk is the only reason. Caveman second, Devious third, Gumbo fourth, and John fifth. Wow, you did only play 4. That's crazy, Devious. Don't be a sore winner. I'm not a sore winner. I'm a happy winner. Bittersweet 6th, Renaissance 7th, Raven 8th. Raven was 8th and only played 3 rounds. Whiffy 9th and Zombie 10th. All right, we will do, because Caveman has been putting in some time on this, we are going to do an arcade map made by Caveman. 2 minutes per round. Every location is based off of an arcade or pinball place, and some can be inside. I don't know what you would put waffles on, Saxman. The reason I would be leery is because we could see repeats. It's everywhere in the world, Wasman. So, how about this? Let's do a poll or a prediction that is... Am I buffering for you all, by the way? I'm buffering on my own feed. Does it buffer? Looks great. All right, thanks. I guess my internet sucks. Okay. So, let's do this. Let's do a prediction that is, will we see either Donkey Kong or Pac-Man? Okay, I think Donkey Kong is difficult. We have seen it before, but Pac-Man really changes it. So, creator dashboard doesn't let me do predictions, so I have to go to mod view, which takes forever to get to. Never mind, it's already done. Thank you, whoever did that. it's already. Thank you, Saxman. So, you're betting waffles. Will we see? No. Cancel that. That's not what I wanted. No. It was that's yeah, you got it wrong, Saxman. Saxman, do it again. It's will we see Donkey Kong? Sorry, I phrased it wrong. Will we see Donkey Kong and or Pac-Man? Or no, we won't see them. So it's will we see Donkey Kong or Pac-Man? Yes or no? That's my fault. That's the way I worded it was wrong. Big Fat Mike, we're doing it again. We're starting it over. TwitchCon is over. I want a desk mat from Intel. Did you really? Is it based on where the games came from or something? So, Princess, so here's how this is going to work. We're going to play GeoGuessr, and the locations are either outside of an arcade or pinball place or inside an arcade or pinball place. And you have to guess where we are in the world based on that information. Now, the prediction that Saxman is working on is, will we see either Donkey Kong or Pac-Man in any of these images? Will we see either of them? Only one of them has to be seen.
Thanks,
I just want to see Fondalma.
Yeah? What's the last name? $17,000 from Wasman on yes, we will see either Donkey Kong or Pac-Man. And then Dave has us at 9,000 waffles. No, we will not see either Donkey Kong or Pac-Man. Did you do that as a 1-minute prediction or a 2-minute prediction? That's already 14 seconds left. Y'all better hurry up. Who did 50,000? Zombie. 55 on Blue Yonder. And the submissions are closed. That was really quick. All right, here we go. You have 182 total waffles left. Well, you might be getting ready to make some. Here we go. 2 minutes. Will we see Donkey Kong or Pac-Man? Oh my gosh, this is so close. Like, you could see Nintendo, Atari, Capcom, Namco, but not yet. Gottlieb, that's just writing, not, unless there's something on a sign, and it doesn't look like it. It is the same link, yes. I can. There's a comic book store, too. All right, well, I don't think the sun's going to help you much. It's in the south. Now remember, Caveman created this map, so don't freak out when you see Caveman getting so close. 35 seconds left. Big Fat Mike, I was really wondering if you were going to get this right. And the fact that you didn't means I'm going to get it wrong. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Is that called the Varsity Classic Arcade? So, PG, you'd have to know the area code. That could easily give it away. But if you... Oh, it's the Vortex. Thank you. If you know a 501 area code, absolutely it would give it away. However, not many people know that area code. Now, Big Fat Mike, have you been here? I know of a Sherwood, Oregon. It's not Sherwood, Oregon. Well, I'm not going to let that change my guess because I would have clicked Sherwood, Oregon. So I am going with what I would have originally said, which was Sherwood, Oregon, because it's the only Sherwood I know, and I'm sure I would have been wrong, but it's what I'm going with because I don't want to cheat. I don't want to be like, oh, it's not Sherwood, Oregon, and then not do it. I don't know, by the way, I don't know where Sherwood, Oregon is. I just know that there is a Sherwood, Oregon. And so since it's not Sherwood, Oregon, I'm just going to click there. And it's Sherwood, Arkansas. And so many people, Wasman and Saxman, they know their Little Rock, Arkansas. Knew the area code. Gotcha. You went Dayton, Ohio, same thing. Where'd you go? Where'd you go in Dayton, Ohio? Close to Beaver Creek. Wait. Okay, nothing there. All right. Well, I was sticking with the honor system because that's the only Sherwood I know. All right, round 2. So far, no Donkey Kong, no Pac-Man. Uh-oh, this is a bad sign. If we're inside, we would absolutely see a Donkey Kong or Pac-Man, wouldn't we? Let's look. Third strike. We have to see a Donkey Kong or Pac-Man. Street Fighter 5, Street Fighter 2, The Simpsons, NBA Jam, Bubble Bobble, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Tapper, Burger Time, House of the Dead 2, Mortal Kombat 2. Boy, there's a chance we don't see it. Outrun is on the right. This is Tekken 3? Can't tell. Is that Gauntlet? No, Blitz, NBA Blitz, or NFL Blitz. Not a single one? It's Tekken 5. Off-road. Okay, well, let's look out here. These all the employees. Oh my gosh, Tim. Tim found it. I hope Tim didn't Google that. Well, there's cross streets, but it's not allowed to look it up. You're not allowed to look it up. No, we don't care about people's Google skills. If we were just waiting for people to Google the answer, we might as well just quit. I wonder what that game is. That's another Street Fighter. There's a lot of Street Fighter Third Strike. There's a Street Fighter Alpha 3. I can't tell if that's what that is. Then you have 5 and 2. Boy, Bubble Bobble is interesting. All right, well, I've given you enough time, so I'm counting down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and now 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So there's a palm tree. I don't know what that is. The Foxport? I can't tell what that says. Macmaran? But there is a palm tree out there. And it's Cobra something. Wait. That literally says the word Pac-Man. But that's not the logo. That's not. Oh, I don't know. It's written in graffiti. I mean,
Change. You got change. $1. Thanks, Mr.
all right, Cave. I agree with Caveman. Wait, I will say there is a Pac-Man ghost right there. No, it could be a logo on a door. If we saw Pac-Man on a door, it would count. Like, you just, I mean, if it was on the cash register, it would count. Well, but it's not. But the ghost isn't. I mean, it's from Pac-Man. I mean, if you saw a barrel, you wouldn't count it as Donkey Kong. If you saw just a barrel, you'd have to see Donkey Kong. I mean, the word Pac-Man is there. Let's hold off. Maybe the decision will be made for us. Okay. The poll ended. Does that count? There were 5 yeses and 2 nos. I don't think anybody knew about that poll. I would say that poll was not. It didn't matter because I don't think people even knew that poll existed. All right. Well. By the way, I don't know where we are. Most of you all, actually, a few of you all knew exactly where it was, which is just crazy. Saxman knew exactly where it was. I don't know. I don't know where this is. I don't see how you all know where this is. It was Phoenix. And Raven and Bittersweet weren't here for it. Wow.
You're driving me to Phoenix!
Perfect, John. Saxman, how did you know this was Phoenix? And Tim, how did you know this was Phoenix? You've been to the USA 4 times. One of the times was in Phoenix, and obviously I would look for a place like this. Wow. How about that? I believe that. Oh, White Moon, it doesn't surprise me. Buddy of mine goes there all the time. Does he get ham sandwiches there? All right, round 3. God, I hope we see a Pac-Man or Donkey Kong. Oh, thank the maker. Thank the maker. That's a Pac-Man arcade machine. Also, that's a Donkey Kong arcade machine. Oh my goodness. It's over. Wave it off. Wave it off. We saw them both. By the way, this is a repeat. We've seen this one, and I don't know where it is. There's not much to go off of on this one. There's this, and I think I remember what my guess was last time, and I don't remember if I was right or not. I just don't remember. Oh, I would love a Robotron. Robotron, Defender, Donkey Kong. Can't tell what that one is. That looks like Tappers or Gold. No, that's not Tapper. That's not Tapper. That looks like Gorf, maybe? Galaga. Asteroids. Wait, another Galaga? 2 Galagas. Altered Beast. Double Dragon. What's that one? I don't know what that is. Dr. Mario, Tetris, Afterburner. Can't tell those. Gumbo, very close. 45 seconds left. It's 92. This is the only thing for me that even makes me have an idea. And I remember last time I saw it and I thought, oh, that's what I'll do. And I don't recall it being correct. I just don't know what else I would do. All right, here we go. 10, 9, 8. Nice, Bleeman. 7, 6. I saw that zombie, all the drawing here. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So I'm sure this is wrong, but that looks like a Pittsburgh Steelers like type of number jersey or something. I don't know. So I'm going Pittsburgh. I think I did that before and I'm sure it was wrong, but I don't have any other thought on what it would be. Yeah, it's not. It was Dallas. So Devious is probably, you've probably been there. Princess, I don't know how Princess found that. Amazing. You grew up in the area. There you go. Look at that. Wow. Big Fat Mike went with the airport. Is it Plano? Oh, it's north of Plano. You've been in Texas most of your life. All right. Nobody else went Pittsburgh, right? No. I had nothing to go off of. GG Devious. All right. Here we go. Round 4. We are outside, and I bet this has changed, hasn't it? No longer an arcade.
You got change.
You'll probably have to change this one. Who needs a CRT?
$1. Thanks,
This is about 2 blocks north of the Wendy's.
Sir, this is a Wendy's. Thank you for the bits. Yeah, I don't see anything on this. Looks like something from the Flintstones. All right, well, just looking at the scenery.
Change. You got change.
Sure.
$85. $1. Thanks, mister.
Wendy's nuts were at the arcade got 'em.
I love the delivery. At the arcade got 'em. Wow. This looks miserable. $20 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 5, 4,
Fly in the ointment, huh?
3,
The monkey in the wrench.
2,
The pain in the ass.
1. John. Oh, I'm going with the John meta. Turn him off. Gotta be California, right? Has to be California, but where? I don't know. I'm just going out here. Oh, John, I'm right there with you. What a plunk. Right on the road. Oh, my goodness. Just tried to be close to some mountains. You scouted this place online. You've never been, but you know where it is. Okay, so what is it? How about that, Big Fat Mike? Look at that plunk. I went with the John meta. You were on that highway 3 weeks ago. Oh, let me scroll in. What does it say? Hold on. What does it say? It is close to an airport. It does say Pinball Madness / Haunted Arcade. I wish we could go inside it and look at it. Hold on. Will it let us? Probably not, right? I want to go in. I don't think it's gonna let us. No. What a weird place. Has the dinosaur from Pee-wee's Big Adventure near there. Perfect, zombie. Okay, next round. This is round 5. Final round. $50 pinballs, bar, free Wi-Fi. Thank you, Caveman. Wow, that place is awesome. You know what? I've seen pictures of this place. I have heard of this. John, I'm sure you would love that. A lot of pinball. That looks awesome. Come on, there's got to be something. Sorry, Wasman, I'm on it. Well, your son is in the south. I don't think that's a surprise to anyone. There you go. There you go. That'll give you the country. Which, for me, seeing the letter Z everywhere is usually my clue. Just Z's everywhere. Wow, Prince is killing it. Saxman, are you singing Turn Around?
Change. You got change.
I will, Wasman. All right, count you down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, Blue Yonder. 5, 4,
I just had to buy
3.
more bits to tell you this is a mile west of Pyongyang.
3, 2, 1, and 5, 4. Nice, Princess. 3, 2, 1, and I'm closing the guesses. So it's Poland, but let's figure out where. I'm going Krakow because that's what was all over those posters. Not bad. Yeah, Krakow was written all over those posters. All right. And your winner was Devious by a lot. Devious had a great freaking game. Wow, I didn't do well. However, I did get all 5 countries, but I was 13th. Devious, wow. Caveman, 2nd, no surprise, created the map. Princess, 3rd. Saxman, 4th. Yeah, well done. All right, so real quick, before we look at playing another, let's see what our... yeah, we can play another. We can play another. We're going to do the regular indoor map. Top of Descent is in 50 miles, but we still have 250, so I'm not as worried about it. I already have the altitude put in. So let's do another one. And we're going to do the indoor map. This is a fun one. I like this one a lot. Indoors, anywhere in the world. Thank you, Saxman, for being here. Take care. Right. Yes, Caveman, thank you for the map, too. All right, here we go. 2-minute rounds. All right, here we go. Everything is indoors, unless that has disappeared and they've moved it outdoors, like the location. Try it on. Okay. All you need is love. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. We need more is what we need. More than love on this one. I wonder if there's anything in these pictures that they focus on. Jeez. Looks like a no. No, that's not. That just says under 24-hour surveillance. Okay, Gumbo got the country. There is nothing to go off of. Just nothing. Wait. There's that. Could that help anybody? Is that going to even matter?
$1. Thanks,
This is obviously my grandmother's house.
And did you go shopping there? Fave, click on that link. And then click on the map. And then paste your answer into chat. I mean, this is the only thing. Caveman. Was it not this caveman? Although this could be two different things. Time's up, you're right. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And now 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I bet. Closing the guesses. So that looks like the Notre Dame logo. And I don't know what else to do, so I'm going Notre Dame. Nope. Anybody else? Who else went there? Me and We Are Anywhere. Caveman went in Topeka. That's all right. It got me in second. That was very difficult. Very difficult. Some people did go England, but it looked like a dollar sign to me, so I wasn't sure. All right, here we go. Round 2. In a mall. Now we're talking. Old mall. Look at this. Oh, yeah. Okay. Maybe not an old mall. Easy. Means here. Defense de Fumé. Oops. Well, this will be very interesting. If a lot of people start missing, what would happen?
$1. Thanks,
I've been to this mall. It was after a bachelor party with a billionaire's stepson. He was pretty poor.
He was pretty poor. The billionaire or the stepson? Blue Yonder, they're all upset with you. No one's gotten the country. Okay, so that is what I was really curious about. No one's getting the country. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There is Blue Yonder. There is. Hold on. Let me look. Let me just click on my page and check here real quick. Because I thought I created it, but I don't think anyone has ever used it. I thought if you click on the sound alerts on stream, I thought, hold on, let me look. Yes. Sound alerts. Look. Text to speech. Moose. Thank you. Moose, thank you for the raid. So much, very much. Fly Dr. Corvette. Is that what that is? Maybe Doctor. Maybe. Thank you for the follow. Welcome. Factual Goal. Good evening. Blue Yonder. Look. Look. Text to speech. Enter your message here. It's 100 bits. You don't have to do that alert. You can do it through the... You can do text to speech without the alert. You just do it through there instead. It does exist. I knew I created that. No one ever uses it, though.
Change. You got change.
It may be, Doctor. Depends on how I feel from day to day.
$1.
He's learned nothing, John.
Thanks.
All right.
I'm still gonna keep doing the alert.
Arrow Flyer. Thank you for the follow as well. Listen, we are getting ready to land. In fact, my plane is descending as we speak. It's on VNav. We're just playing GeoGuessr, but we have to go quick. So I'm gonna increase the time to 1 minute rounds because we've got to end this game. This is our in-flight entertainment. So closing the guesses. It's 4,000 miles or kilometers from France. Who speaks French 4,000 kilometers away from France? I don't know. No one got the country. 4,000. It's got to be some random island or something stupid, right? I don't know. I'm going here to try to get closer than you all. It didn't work. It was Cote d'Ivoire. Dang it. All right. So no hints in chat. If you want to play along, you can type !CG. Click on the link. You have 1 minute to guess where we are. Oh my gosh. Do I? No, I don't know where we are. I will not close the guesses until I feel like you all have enough information, though, because that would be unfair.
You got change. $1. Thanks.
Oh, is that something?
This is a record shop from A Clockwork Orange.
There's nothing? I mean, we saw the flag, but that's not gonna matter. That's definitely not this. What could it be? It looks like a $sign on the price tag. What about up here? Do we see anything up here? I don't see anything. All right, I'm counting you down. Good luck. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh my gosh, no one's gotten the country. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There's nothing here. Nobody. Oh, wait. One person did get the country. 2 people got the country.
The Force is with you, young Skywalker. But you are not a Jedi.
I think I'm going to go Canada because you all did that. What's up, James Martin? I'm going to go Canada. 2000. Give me, like, Winnipeg. It was Canada. Smart. Calgary. Feel like Blue Yonder might have known that. All right, round 4. Okay, there's a license plate. Hard to see. What does this say? Can't read that. There's that. That's not what I would look at. What is that? Hungry, thirsty, something? Oh, weird concept. Outlet? Kind of. Single taken hungry. Is that what it was? Single taken hungry? Wow. Maybe. Actually. There's soccer on.
$1. Thanks, Mr.
They like soccer here, I guess.
Japai? That's the worst Englishification of Japan they ever see.
Well, there's your license plate. I don't know what else to say. Boy, Devious got it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Closing the guesses. How did Devious get this? You're right. There are ashtrays on the tables. That is a great observation. I mean, there's soccer.
It's too bad, man. I just
I don't
stopped
know.
smoking yesterday.
This license plate, though, is not European, but it looks European, but it's not. Maybe it's like Turkey. Let's try Turkey. Why not? Try Ankara. Kinda. What was it? Are you kidding? Lebanon. Devious knew the license plate. Wow. Lebanon. By the way, Lebanon we never see in GeoGuessr. The only reason it was there was because of it being indoors. Wow. All right, well, you know, my Turkish guess wasn't awful. All right, and we have Uno Mas round. We got to land this plane. Final round. Inside. We're in like an auto zone or advanced auto or something, or 4WP, whatever that is. Wow. Tough. Is there anything?
You got change?
No, come back.
$1. Thanks, Mr.
Okay, well, you do have
Go here when I bought my lift kit for the Porsche.
you do have this out here. So yeah, you do have this. But where? How well, you can look out here, maybe? Lighting is terrible. All right, well, I think you've seen enough. I'm going to count you down. Where do you think? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 5, 4, 3,
Put it in the vault.
2,
I'm locking the vault. It's a vault.
1. Closing the guesses. It looks like something you'd see in Midwestern USA. So I'm going to go like Kansas or St. Louis or something in that area. Let's go Kansas City. It was Albuquerque. Anybody else go Kansas City? Missouri Sky went Kansas City. Boy, look at that. All over the place. Well, that was awful. Who's your winner? Caveman. Devious second, and I was third. We are Anywhere fourth. Wasman fifth. John sixth. Zombie seventh. Whiffy eighth. Princess ninth. And Corvette 10th. And Corvette only played 3 rounds. There you have it. Well done on all the games tonight. All right, we got to focus on our landing tonight. You don't think I've been outside the top 10 on that map? Oh, top 3, I was gonna say. Wait, really? You think I've always been top 3? I don't know if I believe that. You won it twice, came in second once, and now third. Look at you remembering all my placements. I don't remember those. I won it twice? Brace Yourself is 12 points away. Someone duel Brace Yourself. Oh, I've already closed it. Never mind. That command doesn't work. Oops. Brace Yourself says, do I want to risk a duel? I don't know. Do you want to end it now or do you want to end it in 3 seconds? Not 3 seconds. Maybe 3 minutes. They're all challenging you, Brace Yourself. They all want a piece. All right, well, we are... Roar! 17,000 feet. Flying into Azerbaijan. Brace Yourself has won. Has won. It's over.
Introducing the champion, the reigning, defending, undisputed champion of the world.
Okay, give me a second. I gotta do all the things. Hold on. This will take about a minute or so hold on. This is the first time in 5 seasons that Brace Yourself has placed, much less won. This is season 31. When we were in season 25, Brace Yourself was in second. POS ended up winning that season. Okay, second place was PP. So when we reset a season, a few things have to happen. One of them is we keep track on Discord. Jadot was third with 21,122. So brace yourself. You got your sound effect picked out? John, I think that's correct, yes. Okay, now, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to reset everybody's points. 194, 162, 194, 162. Except mine. Because I like to know how many points I have for not doing anything. Tattoo, thanks for the... Tattoo Dirk, thanks for the follow. If you're not here, you should not get the 500. Then how do they get to play the games? I guess they have to watch a little bit, right? I mean, theoretically, that could be the case, John. Yeah, it's not a bad idea, honestly, at this point. Okay, so... That's not the command. What is the command? Points. What's the command? Isn't it plus viewers? Is that not what it is? What is it? You all know what it is. You all do it more than me. Do I lose the points for the video? Yes. Yeah, unfortunately, PP, all the points get reset at the end of a season. You happened to win... right at the end of a season, which was bad luck. Let me try, John. No, I thought it was plus viewers or something. All viewers? I don't think that's it. Somebody here will usually give points to everyone, and I don't know who it is. Is it all? Maybe it's all. I don't think that's right. No. Someone Google it. How do you add points to everyone in Streamlabs chatbot? I forgot. Because I never do it, and it's been forever since we've done it again.
Please refrain from Googling.
No, I thought there was a plus. I thought there was a plus somewhere in the command. I could be wrong. We're getting some wind. Oh, I'm doing it backwards. So I knew there was a plus in there. Hold on. So I was doing the number backwards. That's what it was. That's it. Okay. So now, can Ahmad give Brace Yourself, PP, and Jadot an extra 500 points for finishing in the top 3? Man, this wind. Actually, an editor can do it. John's gonna do it. Hey, take care, Arrow. Thanks for being here again, Arrow. Corvette, thanks for the bits. So it's 500 to brace yourself, 2, the number 2, then Jadot, and then PP73913. John's got it. Oh, he's done one. Watch out. So our airport is right over here. However, we're doing the long way around, all the way up and back.
What the hell is this, Spanish? You paying change? That's all I got.
Thank you, Corvette fan, again. $73913. Yep, that's the one. You got it.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've begun our descent. Please turn off all portable electronic devices and stow them until we've arrived at the gate. In preparation for landing, please secure your carry-on items, stow at your tray table, and pass any remaining service items and unwanted reading materials to the flight attendants. Thank you.
Long taxi in. Maybe for you. It's a very dense area. Where did Tattoo Dirk's extra 500 come from? Probably from following. Yes. 500 points for following. Yep. Must have followed after the reset, which was smart. Yeah, good luck. See how that works out for you. Man, this is a long approach. Making you go all the way out. I mean, we still have to descend a lot, so we don't have a choice. Forgot to turn off auto throttle. Oh, right before the landing. Yep. Turn off autopilot, turn off auto throttle. Now, Wingnut, if you were flying the 320, when you turn off autopilot, it automatically turns off auto throttle. That is an odd straight line. Y'all have that straight line on yours? Oh, I gotta sneeze. Okay, I'm okay. Yes. Oh, gosh. Thank you, Corvette. Oh, man. Okay, we're at 8,300 feet. And we are right where we need to be. We're supposed to be at 8,204 here at this one. Let's zoom in. Still the right speed. Doing great. When in the 320, when auto throttle is stuck, if you throttle down fully real quick and throttle back up, AT turns off. Sounds like that would be right, I think. And that looks really good. .20-knot tailwind on approach. Is it really? That's going to be interesting. Now, by the way, if you look at the description of... So this is the flight we're doing, all right, for those that don't know what's going on. If you click on that, it does say it's 28 meters below sea level, which makes it the lowest lying national capital in the world and also the largest city in the world located below sea level. The city is known for its harsh winds, which is reflected in its nickname, the City of Winds. So, yeah. I know it says drag required, but I think we're going to be fine. We'll be okay. Yeah, now it's fine.
I'm back.
Welcome back. Brace yourself. Back from work on a Sunday. It doesn't make sense. I'm joking. I have to... Tomorrow is not an early morning, but I do have to be up at 10 a.m. So I've got to be up in 7.5 hours. Corvette fan. Click that link. There are more sound effects than just the ones people type. You have plenty of choices. 32 miles. Still says drag required, but man, it is a 20 knot tailwind. All right, fine. I'll do some drag.
What's your prediction?
Prediction?
Yes, prediction.
Pain.
I'm actually going to reset the predictions to make sure they work. There they go. This landing will be like 190, right? Now, these speeds are crazy. It says drag required. I've got it. This is going to be very interesting. Man, we are moving. This is going to be difficult. 190 was probably not a good answer for me with how fast we could be moving. It says drag required. Well, I got it. Don't know what else to do. We're still 10 miles out. You can barely see the runway right there. Don't like that I'm above the glide slope. It's a little scary. I did put in the right frequency. Wait. Oh, there we go. We got it now. Okay, good. I have pulled it all the way down. It's pulled all the way down. Actually, our speed is pretty good. Oh man, those frames got rough. 19 frames, huh? Weird. Why would that be so bad here? There's nothing going on here. Wait for it. There we go. Do you have to buckle up? Yes, the light is on. Okay, autopilot's off. We're on our own. I said 190. I was pretty close. Not a bad landing. Where are your points at?
Ladies and gentlemen, Fliggity Air welcomes you to...
It's a good question.
This place here. The local time can be seen on one of the clocks.
Where's the potato?
And the current weather by looking out the window. For your safety and the safety of those around you, please remain seated with your seat rope fastened and keep the aisle clear until we're parked.
Law Manzi, what's up?
The captain will then turn off the fasten seatbelt sign indicating that it is safe to stand. Please use caution when opening the overhead compartments and removing items since articles may have shifted during flight. We'd like to thank you for flying with us today. The next time you get the insane urge to go blasting through the skies in a pressurized metal tube, we hope you'll remember that nobody loves you and your money like Fliggity Air.
Yeah, I don't know where, how many for 2 off? It's 300. It's, 200 within 5, I'm sorry, outside of 5, 300 inside of 5, and 500 for perfect. And there's that pause that we had. It just replayed the pause. Why is it not adding points to you? Oh, you did it backwards. I think brace yourself goes at the end, right? Or am I wrong? I don't know. I don't even know anymore. Maybe no at? I don't know if the at's supposed to be in there. That could be what it was. Brace yourself as an editor. I don't know why it wouldn't do that. I just copy and pasted yours. See, it shows you as an editor. I might have to redo the editor thing because you are an editor. You've never been able to give them. Okay, well, when we get done here, I'll redo it. Good work, test user. No, you can, Wingnut. You can. Well, this was just bad. All around, just bad. Just bad. So brace yourself. Let's see. So I removed editor and re-added it. Can you try to give me like 100 points? Can you give me 100 points? Oh, that doesn't make any sense. Like I took editor off and put it back on. Still doesn't work? That's so odd. Yeah, I don't know. It's so weird. Well, yeah, it is a different bot. It is a different bot. So, right? It is a different bot. How can I check who is able... Wait. Hold on. Yeah, chatbot for points. But I don't know... Oh, hold on. Let me look here. See, Wingnut, I don't know, honestly, in chatbot, I don't remember saying how someone could give points. I thought that was editor. But I guess not. Wait, it could be that. Hold on. It could be that. Hold on. I bet it is. I think I've got it. Hold on. I think you're right. No, I think it is. Yep, it's... I got it. I got it. It does say false. It's supposed to say true. Now do it. Yeah. Nice. Cool. All right. Sorry about that. But we got it. I was thinking it's editor and chatbot, not editor and Twitch. I should have thought about it. All right. We are done. We are done. I hope you all had a good time tonight. Thanks for being here. Hanging out, flying, playing some GeoGuessr. Tomorrow we'll do the next leg. Let's see. The next leg, tomorrow's leg, is a shorter flight, 515 miles, so it will not go till 2:50 a.m. In fact, it would probably be perfect to get us to 2 a.m. my time. We are going to Baghdad tomorrow from Azerbaijan. So, all right, everybody. Thank you all so much. Let's see who we are going to raid.
Bacon pancakes, making bacon pancakes. Take some bacon and I put it in a pancake. Bacon pancakes, that's what it's gonna make. Bacon pancakes.
All right. Yes, good night, everyone. Thank you again for being here. Well, I was gonna raid Captain Mustache, but I think he's getting ready to be done. So, I'd like to try to see if we can raid someone we haven't raided. Let me see. Still looking. Hold on. Interesting. Oh, this is a bad idea. Oh, no, it just landed. Never mind. Dang it. Just landed. He had 10 followers, so they might not even have their alert on. All right. Well, listen, we raided Raven before, so I'm going to raid Wasman. So, since we recently raided Raven, we'll go say hi to Wasman. Let's go say hi. Thanks again, everybody. Hope to see you all tomorrow night. Night, everybody.
computer. Hey guys, I don't even have any of my sound alerts. Hey guys, that was a fun game playing. Thanks for the follow. It was fun playing GeoGuessr earlier. I never increased my silence here. Thank you for the raid. Give you a shout out here. I don't think I have my bot running, so. Oh, I do have my next one.